As we've seen with the implementation of MiFID I, the root of many of the problems we have today is either through poor definition of certain principles or even the absence of definition of some very fundamental issues such as over-the-counter trading. Here MiFID I actually doesn't have a definition of OTC vis-a-vis on-market trading. We think that's a very fundamental issue for the legislator to take a close look at.
We think it's important to have clearly defined regulation that distinguishes between intermediation and execution in order to protect investors. Intermediation services often involve the sourcing of risk capital, price guidance, and liquidity sourcing for investors. As a result, any dark trading that might take place under intermediation services for an investor needs to have the appropriate framework to distinguish it from simple execution services.
Multilateral trading compared to bilateral trading is markedly different. First of all, it's non-discriminatory, so everybody follows the same clear, transparent rules of access. The trade is also non-discretionary, so the price is set by the system and not by any one participant in the trade. Given the clear difference of what constitutes bilateral trading vis-a-vis what you find in multilateral trading, it's very important for the legislator to get the definition right in MiFID II in order to then determine what level of investor protection needs to be associated with one or the other form of trading.
The definition of bilateral trading should be expanded to include the allowance for a single intermediary to consistently interact with the client order. We believe that multilateral trading and bilateral trading are very different things and should therefore be reflected appropriately in the regulations and rules. The OTF trading category can be characterized in contrast to the multilateral trading category. We believe an OTF category is best suited for the framework of bilateral trading. We think the separation is important for the health of the markets.
This new, well-defined bilateral trading framework would provide a home for intermediaries where they play a very essential role for investment clients by sourcing liquidity, by committing, of course, their own capital, which is very important, by serving to mitigate the market impact of specific trades, and by providing very essential price advisory services to their clients.
Given that an investor is trusting the intermediary to provide discretionary services in bilateral trading, we think very explicit rules should be put around quality of execution, price of execution, and the asymmetry of information. We think that in organizing regulation, the overriding principle is same activity warrants the same regulation. BCN should be considered a multilateral trading venue when their mechanism for matching client orders involves open access, client-to-client interaction, and the broker is not providing intermediation services, in which case they're simply providing execution services. As a result, they're operating in the framework of a multilateral trading venue without actually registering as such. We think it's important that a multilateral trading venue should be regulated the same as regulated markets, and a BCN operating in the same manner as a multilateral trading facility should have the same regulation as a multilateral trading facility.
So again, a robust, clear definition for all of the above principles is fundamental to having a more effective legislative environment.